I'm a little behind with this one, I ain't gonna lie. Sorry. Regardless though, the offseason has officially begun, and we got our first big move. Bradley Beal, after about 7 years of anticipation and prayer, has been freed from the Washington Wizards, and for some reason has been sent to the Suns. Now, I don't want to say for some reason Brad obviously had that no trade clause, and to be honest, this may be the last trade clause in NBA history that's ever given out, because Jesus Christ, this move is horrible on all fronts. Now for Washington, it's at least decent. You get off of an aging, expensive player, and you get some kind of assets to take with you into your inevitable rebuild. But for the Phoenix Suns, boy, I ain't gonna lie, this is horrendous. Kevin Durant once again has manifested, been blessed, and received, at least on paper, a godly basketball trio. But then you look at it in reality, and you see that at the present moment, there are 5 people on the Phoenix Suns roster at the moment, and possibly only 4 due to campaign. And the fit between these 3 can be a little clunky. Now, in their defense, it is the beginning of the offseason. So for as bad as I want to come on here and say that the Phoenix Suns will be quite awful this upcoming season, there is a lot of time for them to somehow, possibly, make some shape with their roster. And honestly, that's probably going to start with the trade of DeAndre Ayton, another move that has seemed inevitable for a while now. Now, offensively, obviously, this acquisition is quite fantastic. You can clearly see that there is a lot of firepower between the 3 of these players, but contrasting with the last godly trio that Kevin Durant had, the fit between he, Harden, and Kyrie was a lot more seamless than this one. There is no point guard-esque player between these 3. Devin Booker may be the best shot that you got at that, maybe. He has improved a lot in terms of his playmaking over the last few years. He's still no point guard, but considering that he is actually a shooting guard, he's pretty good for his position. And I traditionally like to think the same thing about Bradley Beal. The thing about Brad, to me, his team is absolutely horrendous. And he's barely really played over the past few years, so I kind of forgot how he played for real. From what I remember, he's solid defensively, which is something that he probably going to be able to get back to now that he is the 3rd option. He's got a good enough handle to make things go off the dribble. Obviously, he's a tough shot taker and maker. And again, that could make for some of the motion they can get going offensively look absolutely fabulous. And defensively, I don't think this trio is all bad either. Again, at least in the past, Brad Beal was a pretty solid defender, to be honest. Booker has improved, and KD is at least a really good help defender most of the time. The problem at the present moment is that they have no team. And I actually want to take this moment now to talk about the Suns' new owner, Matt Ishbia. This guy kind of sucks. I don't know if bro no ball for real. He came in and he took a championship quality team and has completely decimated it only in the matter of a couple months. He looked at the good quality of his team and said, I am willing to give up everything that I own to get Kevin Durant, and did so. It failed. And not only did they lose in the playoffs, they lost to the champions. And as a businessman, instead of looking at Denver's construction and saying, quite a solid business model they got there, he actually dug deeper and made it even worse and gave up all other assets for an aging Bradley Beal. Now, being that they sold for Kevin Durant, I thought they was just going to get a whole bunch of 3-and-D players and just put them around those 2. But after getting Bradley Beal, I truly don't know what you do anymore. Now, I definitely do think it is still in your best interest to bring back players like Josh Okogie and Torrey Craig. Other than that, though, it's a lot of time to figure it out. I ain't no GM, so I ain't going to try. I really don't care. At the very least, though, at least one of the problems that they had like exactly a year ago almost has been solved. They have plenty of offensive juice now because they didn't last year. I ain't going to lie, they didn't. But now that's not a problem. They just have a whole plethora of other issues that must be addressed, and we'll see if they can get it done.